Hi, this is Michaela with CaliWeGo. We're here today in Pacific Grove to check out one of our favorite restaurants, Julia's Vegetarian. So follow me and let's go check it out. We're here today with Julia's chef Anthony, and we wanted to ask you, are you vegetarian or vegan?
So I'm actually not vegetarian or vegan, but I get inspired to cook really healthy for, I just see the way we all eat these days, and I'm inspired by that to make a difference. And so that is what has just driven me all toward being vegetarian, being vegan, being health conscious, adapting cooking styles to special needs diets.
Do you have a favorite dish?
Here, well, we've got a few new things that we're doing in here that I'm really excited about, and other people, is the roasted artichoke. Roasted artichoke appetizer. It's just got this really great caramelization and kind of like salted herb crust on the outside of the leaves, and then a nice sear right in the center of the artichoke. And we serve it with a vegan aioli, so you get a chance for being vegan and being able to skip the mayonnaise and make away the main product. So it allows more people to access this one amazing food that just tastes so wonderful.
So will you tell us what you are making this today?
Sure. So I've got some plans. We're just starting our kitchen setup now for service. And so I'll walk you through a few of the things that we'll be making tonight before dinner, which is a little bit of a small batch of our enchilada sauce. We'll also be raising off a big pan of spinach and seeing some of our roasted vegetables, which are a real big staple for our dinner services tonight.
We're now in the kitchen with Chef Anthony, and we're going to see the magic he make.
Hey, alright. So it's a little small in here. Watch your head. Kind of feels like a ship in here sometimes. So this is, I'm just starting off the pan here for our spinach. A little salt. No, not salt in here now. Black pepper, onion, and garlic. Just very light. I will let that go till it's golden brown. There we go. So I've just got chopped onions here that I'll be able to work right with. I'm not too concerned about getting the oil up first and the extra time, but when you're moving fast, sometimes we just let it go. This is going to be a little, medium spicy Mexican, so I'm going to actually add a little more black pepper than I usually would. Like, for instance, the spinach pot doesn't have that much black pepper. Gonna make sure it doesn't burn. And so, here we got this heavy garlic going into here. This will just take the whole 2.5 pound bag. It'll help pull the moisture out of the spinach pretty quickly. And we'll drain that moisture off when we pull it out of the pan. So I'm just getting it down a little bit. I'm stopping that frying underneath by kind of breaking it up. So this is the enchilada sauce, and I'm mixing up my seasoning. I don't measure, but I do ratios. So our enchilada sauce has some paprika. There's a little bit of chipotle. And I'm just using them against each other to really see how much I'm working with.
How long have you been a chef?
Oh, since I was... I used to get in trouble for being unsupervised in the kitchen with a knife all the time. And so there's my ratio I've got going on. I like the look of that. Maybe I'm going to add a little white pepper just for some extra heat. But I'm looking at my piles. I just look at my piles and I see it's like, 1 part oregano, 1 part cumin, and a little under 1 part of both of my different reds together. When that favors the paprika, I don't want it to get too hot, which it will with the chipotle pepper. It's just al dente, because it can actually continue to cook here off the heat. So I want to pull it before it's done, and then let it continue to cook off. And then I'll spread that out. It's on a drain pan to move the water out. And they roast off for about 15 minutes in a really hot oven up at 500.
Are those for the pizzas you guys make?
They're for pizzas, they're for curries. We'll cool them off here and put them up front for salads. So they're really versatile. So there I've got another timer set for 15 minutes. Now these are going to take a little bit. So we've got our tomato, to this pot we're going to add our spices. our tomatoes and our roasted off peppers. So we've got, I'll just lightly oil my pan here. So I'm cutting, I'm cutting all these together. The garlic's just getting a little crispy. The onions are translucent. And if we let it go any longer, it might burn just a little bit. You always want to put the spices into an oil. And I'm also putting the peppers in right now. So this is just to build flavor in the oil before you put it into the tomato sauce. Stirring around to get that really toasted. And once that's smelling, I wish you could smell this right now. But once that smells really good, you feel those herbs kind of coming out, you'll then put your tomato right on. So I've got this done here. We keep our tofu pretty simple. Don't do soy sauce on it because soy does have gluten in it unless you're using a tamari. So we'll just salt and pepper here. So I'm just being very gentle with that pepper so it's not all over the place. And then I'll put this off in the oven for about 10 to 15 minutes. And then that'll be nice and crispy. They'll have a crunchiness to the bottom. And there it is. And I'm just hitting this pot really good to pull some of that stuff off the bottom that's sitting there. I'll start rotating it around with the tomatoes. But I'll just grind all this up. I'll just let this cook down for a little bit, grind it up together. And before I forget, I'll put in a nice little pinch of salt. So since it's not even maybe 5 minutes since we put the tomatoes in, I can grind it up right now. I'll use these giant stick blenders for everything. Hummus, soups, grinding squashes. They work great. Tamale pie, one of our entrees right here. So we've got them pre-portioned out. I can just scoop that out. And we'll have it so that it cooks a little bit quicker. It doesn't burn the outsides. And you've got our artichokes, I was talking about those earlier. Pre-halved and gutted, just ready to throw in. Little hot tie edge. We leave that in any longer, the garlic's going to get black. You see it's just starting to go onto the edge now. And you've got a nice kind of caramelization there on the bottom of the tofu. So we are making artichokes right now. First order of the day, has a couple artichoke appetizers. So lightly oil on the tray here.
Is that just oil and garlic?
Just olive oil and garlic, yep. Here, now this is real hot. It's at like 650, so they're only going to take 5 minutes or so. We are going to get some watermelon juice going here. And we've got
Cheers! These artichokes are delicious. The crust is perfect. And the sauce is absolutely amazing.
So we've got ordered here. It's going to be a vegan, gluten-free pizza and a tamale pie. They've already had their artichoke. So here I go. The sauce is coming in right now. That's going to get a little bit of our roasted vegetables here that we roasted off earlier. This is bread and butter. It's a real staple for just about every entree we've got. There's a small, nice portion of roasted vegetables. We get a little bit of our enchilada sauce we just made earlier today. And that's pretty hot already, so I don't really need to heat it up, but I will. This is how I'll do it every time after that's cooled off in the fridge. So I'll just stick that in here for a second. I rotate so the pizza cooks a little faster. Just put this in here for a few minutes. So, because cilantro is really hard to pick, but the shaving allows you to kind of get smaller pieces. So now I've got a lot of small cilantro kind of ready to go for garnishes. See, that just took a few seconds. That looks looking pretty good. So I'm going to take that off the pan for just a second. Now, put it right on the pizza stone in there. Now that's going to take seconds. So usually when I do that, I go 1, 2, 3, 4. This is so I don't lose count. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 seconds. You put it on there for more than about 15 seconds or so, it will just fry the crust. But now we went from a nice gold, very light gold. Now we have a little bit of crispiness on the bottom there. So that's going to make a really nice pizza. And sliding around, we put some polenta on the bottom of the pizza crust earlier so that it won't stick to the pan. And this pizza here we got is vegan and gluten-free. So all those dietary needs. Alright, we got to throw that over there. Ta-da. One pizza. Now we'll work on our tamales. So we've got our tamales sitting right here together. I cut that in half when I heated it up. I usually like to put it on a little bit of an angle on my plate. I can put the vegetables on the side of the pan, or on the side of the plate, that little hole that was right there. And then just put that enchilada. This is the same enchilada sauce that the tamales are actually baked in. So that red on top and this red I'm putting on are the same. And I'm just going to smooth that over real nicely. Put a couple of ladles right on top. Seeds will go on here to garnish. And we've got a little pumpkin. This is crunchy, so we don't want to put it on the pie itself, but we'll put it on the vegetables. That's always nice. And a little green onions can go just about anywhere over here. Now we've got our cilantro. There's some holes on the plate there. You see there and there and there. And this cilantro is just going to make it look really full and lavish. It doesn't have to be, you know, maybe a little less. But yeah, and then don't show the stems. But now this is this really nice plate, and that's how we'll serve it. Okay, here we go. Service, please.
We have just been served this delicious flatbread. You could just smell the garlic and the rosemary and the red pepper hummus. The bread is so light and fluffy, and the hummus is rich in taste. It's delicious.
Yellow curry's on the stove and hot. Rice. One nice scoop of rice right like that. Mound it off just a little bit. And then voila, watch this. It happens very quickly. Alright, so I got my yellow curry sauce right here. Ladle it on up. My hair garnish right here. I can just lay that all around. Give it this nice kind of floral look to it. So it's just right all over. And then we got some pumpkin seeds right here. Garnish a little bit.
Now we're dishing up the yellow curry that Anthony just prepared. It smells amazing.
We haven't seen it yet.
You should try it. Anthony just dishes up his tamale pie, and it's topped with the enchilada sauce we just made back in the kitchen, guacamole, and a side of veggies. Things are livening up here tonight, Julia's. The food is warm, the musicians are playing, and everybody's here.
Get the pizza.
Get the pizza, yeah.
It's delicious.
They have gluten-free pizza. It's just like $2 more, and it's just as good as regular pizza. Like some other people complain from other places, but this restaurant really, it's really good.
Yeah, we come here every week for something different, and we're always impressed and surprised. Yeah, they're ever expanding.
No meal is complete without dessert. We're wrapping it up with a chocolate brownie, some ice cream, and an apple slice cake. Anthony hooked us up with a watermelon float. Cheers. Well, we just wanted to thank you, Anthony, for having us here.
Well, our pleasure. What a wonderful night. You guys got to see everything from the prep to the, just kind of get everything going, and then the full stream chaos of full service. So
yeah, the food is amazing, and you made us feel right at home. So
great.
Thank you so much.
Wonderful, thank you.
We'll definitely come back when we're back in town.
You got it. And that watermelon float was
yes, amazing. Yeah.
Yeah, that's our new one. It's real hot. So
Yeah.
all right.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Thank you.
If you enjoyed this video tonight, then go to our website, CaliWeGo.com, and subscribe to our YouTube channels. We have Facebook, Instagram, we're everywhere. So check us out and follow us along our journey. Good night.